Hey everyone, Joseph M. Sutton here. I thought I'd come down here and do a really quick review of a movie I saw last weekend, which was a surprising hidden gem. It's called I Am Dragon. It's a Russian film. I believe in Russia it's called On Drakon, which means he's a dragon. But looking the movie up, it actually has a few titles, a few English titles, and but right now it's I Am Dragon. I guess that's the title everyone's going with now that it's on Blu-ray and released in the U.S. My brother, he saw this movie, and he's the one who recommended it to me, and he was telling me about it. He's like, "Yeah, I saw this. I was watching this movie about this girl who gets kidnapped by a dragon, and she falls in love with them." And I was just kind of like, okay, okay, whatever. It didn't really sound like anything like special or good. And then he showed me the cover. He bought the Blu-ray. This is my copy. He has his own. And when the Blu-ray came in, he showed it to me. He's like, "This is that movie I was telling you about. You should give it a watch. It's really good." And I looked at it, and based on the cover, looks very, very generic, very cliche, like some cheaply made fantasy. Nothing unique. Nothing unique. It did. The cover didn't impress me, and so I didn't really care to watch it. But I didn't really completely dismiss it. So that night, to appease my brother, I took the movie into my room, and I was like, "Yeah, maybe I'll watch this tonight or tomorrow." But I decided that night I'd get it over with. I just wanted to, you know, my brother recommended it, so I was like, okay, I'll watch it for him, to make him happy, then I'll give it back and forget about it, and that'll be that. But I watched it, and I just sat there, and by the time the movie was over, I was like, oh my God, that was so beautiful. This is a really beautiful movie. It's a really simple movie. I mean, it's straight to the point, and it has its own atmosphere. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It really reaches out and touches you. It warms your heart. It's hard to explain. It's just something you got to see, and I almost passed it up. It's weird how many I've seen movies like this. Like movies in the bargain bin and free on YouTube that you look at it and you're like, ah, that doesn't look good. That looks cheap. Forget about it. And you know, this was a real hidden gem. This was really beautiful. The actors were really great, and it was really sweet and cute. And I don't want to get into what it's about. I don't want to spoil anything. I went into this movie having no idea what it was about. My brother just said, "Oh, some girl falls in love with a dragon." So I was thinking along the lines of King Kong or something, meets Game of Thrones, meets Beauty and the Beast, as the Blu-ray says. And the Hollywood Reporter said, breathtakingly beautiful. And they're absolutely right. This became one of my favorite movies now. It became instantly special, you know. Like some movies, some of your favorite movies you watch and you don't really get into them the first time or the second time you watch them. Over time you watch it more and more, and the more you watch it, the more you like it. And that happened to me with Lord of the Rings. When I first watched Lord of the Rings, I didn't really care for it. I thought it was long and slow, but over time I'd give it another chance, and I'd keep thinking about it. And upon repeated viewings and seeing all of them, they're some of my favorite movies now. I love them, and it took time, but for certain movies, you watch it and it's just, oh, that's a favorite right away. And this is what happened. It was so unexpected too. I mean, I love that though, when you don't expect to like a movie and it becomes one of your favorite movies ever. And this was such a sweet movie. It was, like I said before, a hidden gem, you know. And that's why I'm making this video, because I want to kind of get it out there a little bit. I want to make my own recommendation to whoever's watching. If you're into fantasy, if you're into romance, if you're into a good story, you know, this is a must watch. Give this a try. I really like the actors in this. Their names are Matvey Lykov and Mariya Poezzhaeva, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but the Russian actors, so there is subtitles. There's also an English dub version, which I heard was really bad. I've only watched this twice so far, and I haven't watched the English dub version, but my brother said don't watch it because it sucks. You know, the English voice actors don't have any emotion, and it just doesn't fit with them talking. So, you know, I watched it with subtitles, and I totally agree. The actors have really nice voices, so you're gonna want to hear their voices as you're watching this movie. And yeah, they were really great, and you know, it's the simple movies that really get to you sometimes. You know, there's nothing complex about it, or it's just a romance, a fantasy, but a really unique one, and I think it deserves a little more recognition than it has. I made a video like a couple of years ago, my top 50 favorite movies of all time, and if I had seen this would definitely be in there. Like this was a really beautiful movie, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. Go check this out. Buy it. It's on YouTube for free, so watch it first. You know, I always say to watch the movie first before you buy it, because there's so many times where I bought movies, haven't seen them, and then end up not liking them that much. But yeah, this was a really great movie. Hats off to the people who made this, and I'm so glad it made it in the U.S. for me to find, and I'm so glad my brother recommended it because this movie's been on my mind all week. And yeah, I wanted to get on video and say something because like that's how special it is. A few years ago, I saw The Crow for the first time, and that was another movie that became instantly special. You know, I watched it and I didn't really care to watch it, and it ended up being amazing. Now it's one of my favorite movies, and this is another example of something unexpected. But yeah, it's called I Am Dragon. Look it up, give it a watch. The atmosphere is very touching, very warming. It's just um, hard to describe. I absolutely loved it, and you know, I looked up some reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. There's about 70 reviews and a few others, and everyone in the comments said like, "Wow, what a surprise! What a wonderful surprise this movie was!" And I'm like, "Yes, you know, that's what it does." And it's just like I didn't see one bad review about it. Everyone really liked it, and I really loved it, and that's why I'm here right now. So anyway, I'm Joseph M. Sutton. Check out this movie if you think you'll like it. I think you will. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.